If you lived in the Ozarks for any amount of time, you know we get our fair share of rain.
A little bit.
And water can be a little bit tricky when it comes to houses and foundations and cracks. It's so good to see Burke Watts, General Manager with Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation. I was just having this discussion this weekend, Burke. I finally got some gutters on my house.
Okay.
I didn't have gutters for like 2 years. So we got the downspouts. I'm debating now on how far the water should run away from the house and if I should bury some of the extensions. How does it work? What's the best thing that somebody should do for their house?
Excellent question. So our recommendation is always going to be a minimum of 10 feet, but we'd like to see 15 feet or more, right? Because that way you don't have to worry anything about that water ever running back against your home's foundation, because you should have good grade away from the house there. And so that's always our recommendation. And we really encourage people to bury them or let us bury them for them, simply because what happens, right? If they're on top of the ground, well, you got to move it to mow, you got to move it for this, you forget to hook it back up, the wind blows it off. Too many things happen, and then what happens? Big rain, all that water against the foundation, never a good thing.
So you can actually bury them?
Do them all the time.
Can you come to my house?
Absolutely.
I have some certain areas, well, right now too, mine maybe are 2 feet away from the house,
Yeah.
and I need to extend them because I know there's water backing
Sure.
up, and that's what somebody, if they're having concerns, should give you a call.
Absolutely. You know, we started doing this a little over a decade ago, because what we realized is so many of the issues we got called out for like water in a basement or water in a crawl space, really boiled down to the downspouts just not being far enough away from the house. And people were like, well, who can do that for me? We're like, we don't know. And so we were like, duh, we can do this too. And so we do it here. I think last year we put in a little over 4.5 miles of downspout extensions for homeowners throughout all the areas we cover.
So you do the above ground plus the buried ones as well?
Yeah, so for the most part, everything we're going to do is we're going to bury it for you. So we put it in grate pipe, and we can bring it out to daylight. We can put it on a pop-up, which just pops up whenever the water comes if you have a flat
I've seen those.
And then we have one that's called a lawnscape, which is a nice angled piece that you can mow right over, and you never have to maintenance it.
Oh, well, so people can pick what they want.
Yes.
Best suit their needs.
That's
now,
right.
you know the Ozarks.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of rocky here.
A little bit.
You're okay to dig in that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's, you know, it's obviously every situation's a little bit different. And, you know, in a house that, you know, maybe everything's not done, much easier to do, because then we can use a trencher and get them in right away. But, yeah, we're very used to it. And it's just part of what we do and a service we offer.
So if somebody's watching and they're having water issues with their downspouts, or maybe it's getting into their basement,
Okay.
Can they get a consultation?
Absolutely. I mean, that's our first thing is let's see where the problem is, and let's see if we can eliminate it from the outside in, right? The last thing we want to do is just come say you got to have a sump pump and a waterproofing system, okay? If we can solve the problem from the outside, let's solve the problem from the outside.
Amen to that. I'm giving you a call. I'm not even kidding you. If somebody wants more information, best way to get in touch with you?
Easiest way is always phone numbers on the screen, and then helitechonline.com. Talk with one of our live chat specialists. You can get a hold of us through social media. Just anyway, just send up a smoke signal. We'll come running.
They'll do it. I'm sending it up for you guys. Give Helitech a call today.